I'm Monica with Jimmy Bean's Wool, and today I get to talk about a awesome new yarn that we just got in by Schoppel. It's called Reggae Ombre, and as you can see here, I only pulled a few, but it comes in a ton of different colors, and I'll pull out some singles here so you can see the difference in the different balls. These are truly ombre, so all kinds of color changes going on in these. Some of them are a little bit more muted, like the one I have in my hand. And let me drop this, show you one that's the opposite. Some are like rainbow-tastic. Everybody was laughing when this stuff came in because everybody knows I love rainbow colors. The brighter the better. But another reason why I also went for this one was that it's a single ply. But it's a very unusual kind of single ply because it is slightly felted in construction. So unlike most of those single plies that you've probably worked with before, there's no fuzz or halo to this, and then when you touch it, it's like really compact. That's what I really liked about it, and I really wanted to try working with it. So the lovely cowl that I'm wearing right here is one that I made out of 2 balls of this in one of their blue shades. So the stripes that you see is not something that I put into it. That's the natural way of the colorway of the yarn. And it was really fun to work with. I crocheted this from a freebie I got from Ravelry called the Heart's Ease cowl, so check that out if you like this one. It was only a few hours worth because it was a fairly large size hook. I used an H, but I'm a fairly loose crocheter, so an H is like a US 7, 4.5-ish millimeters. But the yarn on the label calls for, which I found a little bit odd, calls for 5 to 6 millimeters, which would be a US 8 to 10. I thought that was a bit big, but I thought maybe, you know, when you wash this it might bloom. I tried it and it didn't get fuzzy whatsoever, but it did soften up quite a bit. So that's one concern that people might have about this, because A, it's felted, and B, it's 100% wool, so no nylon or anything to soften this up. It does feel a little bit scratchy when you have the ball in your hand, but when I washed this once, it softened up considerably. So I first thought I was going to line this with fleece, but I think instead I'm just going to wash it a few more times and see if it softens up enough. But to those of you who are a little bit sensitive to wool on the skin, this might not be a good choice for something close to the skin. They recommend this for accessories, and since you get a fairly decent amount of yardage in it, it's a 50-gram ball, but you get 100 meters, so about 110 yards or so. With 2 balls, this is what I used for this, and I used pretty much every scrap of it. You can get a really decent accessory, so I'd say 1.5 balls, maybe 2 for a nice hat, or 2 balls for a cowl or a scarf or something like that, or for things like gloves, because since this is pre-felted, it's not going to pill. That's something that I find totally exciting, because a lot of hand-dyed yarns that are single ply, you wear them a couple times and they just look horrible because you just have fuzzies hanging all over them. Don't think that's going to happen with this stuff. So I really like it, but think about it, what you're going to make with it if you're going to wear it close to the skin. It might be a bit scratchy for your taste. So yeah, check out all the colors we have. We have tons more than what I have in my hand. I just couldn't hold them all. And there's anything from like really tonal to really crazy rainbow-tastic. There's actually one that has black, green, blue, yellow, and red in it, so it looks like totally Rastafarian, so the reggae is like really fitting. But yeah, check them all out on our website. They're totally fun, and yeah, if you like singles as much as I do, this might be your new best friend. So yeah, Schoppel Wolle Reggae Ombre. Check it out on our site. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Monica with Jimmy Bean's Wool.
Thunder rumbles on this American summer night.